I think about 6 to 7 hours. So I'm like, it feels normal.
Oh, but you're just more tired.
Yeah, and I had 2 coffees today. You reckon it was just a double crash?
Maybe they weren't as weak as they usually make them. No one ever thinks about that. What if the coffee isn't as strong?
You reckon I'm not getting consistent coffee?
Yeah. Like, who decides to fully trust a pharmaceutical dose is much more reliable than like a caffeine dose from your local barista? Like, when you go to the doctors, you expect your fucking Nurofen to be the same every time. You expect that consistency. But people will complain about the caffeine crashes. And maybe it's just each barista got lazy and when they... You know how they slide the coffee off? Maybe they're
grinding up the coffee.
Yeah, maybe they just took a little bit off one time.
Well, I mean, do we know that the Nurofen is consistent?
No, I just trust it.
Trust it more than your barista. You
I
need a better barista.
I would hope that the TGA regulates the Nurofen.
Oh, you're one of those TGA guys. I don't even know what that is.
That's the therapeutic goods, the regulation shit.
Yeah, interesting stuff. I mean, look, I don't know what it is today, but I was just, as soon as it hit like 4 o'clock, just a crash. And usually I only get
You weren't expecting it to hit 4 o'clock?
No, yes, very good. But usually it's the rays. Those fucking energy rays drinks.
It makes you crash?
I'll crash after that. I felt like that after the coffee today. I don't understand why. I don't know what's happening. My body's rejecting.
Have you asked your barista if they put any rays in your coffee?
I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, no.
It's
like 4 coffees in one anyway. This is a sponsor for Rays all of a sudden. But
yeah. Welcome back to the show. That's all I have, actually.
Yeah, welcome back. Pleasure's all mine, yeah.
It's Dino's pleasure. I got nothing to say. No, I've been trying not to have too much coffee. Actually, the opposite. I've been trying not to have too much energy drinks and have more coffee. I haven't been successful.
Yeah, because you had a phase too where you wanted to cut it all out completely.
Yeah, I gave up on that. My mental willpower is not strong enough to overcome my desire for energy.
And look, you look exhausted. You did say you look tired.
No, I look good.
Your eyes are bloodshot red.
They are blue.
I'm not sure if you
I went to the toilet just before this. I'm like, shit.
This happens to you a lot, Luke, and I wonder if it's just coffee you're having. Like, you always get those bloodshot red eyes, bro. What are you doing?
It's pointing a lot to one thing. I actually reckon it's the lights.
Lights where? Here? I'm here too.
Yeah, my eyes have always been sensible.
Sensible?
They're very sensible.
Yeah. But like, let's be honest, for 8 hours a day, most weeks, for like 5 days a week, we're in the same lighting. You know what I mean? It's not the lights that are destroying your eyes.
Maybe it's the dust in that environment.
I got the same dust. And I'm very, prone to getting itchy eye from dust. So I don't know. Your eyes just very bloodshot a lot.
What do you think it is?
I have my speculations.
Well, go on.
Oh, you're very relaxed all of a sudden. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I'm sitting back into a chair. I got a little cool armchair. I don't really... Wait, what was I talking about?
Exactly.
Isn't that what that
you got that CBD oil in you with,
No, it's not weed. It's not weed.
I don't know what it is, but you get those bloodshot eyes.
You have to address it, though. You have to address it. This is going to be filmed before the Super Bowl. 1 week before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl's next Monday.
Yeah.
Or probably next Monday.
Last Monday.
You're kidding.
So,
so it's before or after?
No.
What are you saying?
I'm trying to explain it to the people listening that when this comes out, it will be last Monday. But for us right now, it is next Monday. That probably makes no sense to anyone.
That's cool.
Who do you think will win?
Who's going to win? The LA Rams. The LA Rams have... I mean, unless Joe Burrow is just that guy, next Tom Brady coming through can take a mediocre team, which, granted, I haven't followed a hell of a lot this year, but for a team to jump from nothing, which Cincinnati basically were, to
a
Super Bowl team in a year.
Tom Brady has jumped into Joe Burrow's body.
Well, it seems like he's got something. He got the Bengals, which if you're in NFL, that is incredible. That they are now in the Super Bowl and it's only like 2 years out. Like him, Jamar Chase,
the wide receiver. You made the Bengals sound like a disease?
Bro, they...
like the shingles?
Bro, they would always get to the playoffs. Well, there was a good period where they got to the playoffs.
Who? The Bengals?
The Bengals would get to the playoffs and lose in the first round. It was the most guaranteed thing in the world. And that's the best they ever did for a long time.
The Sun coming up is more likely.
And now they're in the Super Bowl. So unless Joe Burrow is just that guy, which he might be, I still can't see them beating the Rams. The Rams are stacked. Such a good roster. Superstars.
This is going to sound
Both
terrible
sides.
if the Bengals win because it won't age very well.
It'll sound great. It'll be like, okay, Joe Burrow is just ridiculous. It's going to be him that wins them that game.
Oh, yeah, there's not another 50 other people on that roster either.
No, it's not.
It's just one.
No, when it comes to this, he's the guy.
So
he's
what, you reckon
He
they
has to
would
be
get to
next
the,
level.
the semifinals, like conference finals or whatever?
The championship. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Divisional championship.
If they just swapped out those other supporting players but kept Joe Burrow?
More so, you chuck in most other quarterbacks, they're probably not getting there. It seems like. And that's what we'll find out. But, like, I think he might be that guy. His arrogance is... I mean, watching it, like, I can't stand it, but I understand it at the same time. It's like, okay, he's just really good. If he keeps backing it up, what can you say? What can you say?
Well, you could suck his dick like he just did.
No, sucking his dick. I said if he wins, he might just be
you
that
just
guy.
said he's the guy.
He might just be that guy.
I think you're alluding to it just by getting to that position because of the Bengals 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, he's very good. Anyone can have a very good run. I don't know. He might be the next Tom Brady.
True. Okay, that's huge. Do you reckon if Tom Brady would, because Joe Burrow's drafted number 1, if Tom Brady were to be drafted number 1, he would have been Tom Brady?
It's very hard to say because a big thing with him, it seems like he's always got a chip on his shoulder. Like his competitive edge has always been there. And I wonder how much of that came from him being such a late draft pick.
The slow gratification, the slow release.
Yeah, but then at some point, like, you've either got that in you or you don't. Because, like, you get there as a first-round pick, you're probably given a lot more chances, but nothing's handed to you in terms of you're not going to just start winning if you're first-round pick. He might not have got the same success because he might have been on a shitter team. Right, early on, and who knows where it would have gone. But it seems like he's just that guy. He's just got that in him where he was like, I'm going to be successful no matter what. I don't know if like you can leave it as late as 22 to decide you've got that kind of drive.
But do you reckon maybe because to change sports, LeBron's, I feel, an example of someone who was drafted number 1 out of high school, the prospect, the guy at 18, and has actually become that guy. Not many people are actually that guy. A lot of people will say that this person will be that guy. Because it's hard to become that guy. There's only a couple of those guys in the world. In the conversation too for like the greatest ever in that sport or like the greatest. But then you look at Jordan, who was the greatest ever in that sport before. He wasn't like third pick in the draft. Like he was high. Touted. Like yeah. I think overwhelmingly they're known as a great talent before they get to the big stage. And then they fulfill their potential. I think it's a lot less common to Tom Brady route where they're just unknown, especially in American sports like that, where they are the 6th round pick and they become the greatest. I think he just might be wide different. I think you might have been able to put him anywhere, 1st, 2nd, 3rd round, and he probably would have become something special. Do you think he could have been good at another sport? I mean, baseball, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Because his physique doesn't really suggest that he's going to be a basketball athlete. Like maybe he's a surfer. Like he's got a surfer body. I mean, I don't know. Like in terms of how much does mentality matter? Any sport where mentality is the main thing, if he was driven at it, you probably could have excelled at it. Chess. I mean, chess. Is that a sport? We call chess a sport now? Why wouldn't it be? What do you mean? Where's the physical Who said it had to be exertion? Physical? That's what makes it a sport. But you said any mental sport. Any sport that requires mental, a strong mental will to get somewhere. Any Italian sport, clearly. But chess is not a sport. There's no physical exertion apart from that. But why does physical exertion have to be with sport? Why can't sport just be a competition? Any competition. Yeah. Any competition. Well, have you heard of the term theatre sports? No. Well, it's where people will do improv and it's a competition. And they call it theatre sports.
What do you mean improv? That's a competition.
Improvisation. Like
Yeah,
acting,
I was like that.
that
but
they
how is
call
it-
theatre sports.
And what?
And the
what
word sports appears.
I don't understand. I actually don't understand
Which
what-
part?
all of it. Like,
Which part? The fact that
If-
a sport
so who
is
improvises
non-physical?
better is the sport. There's like a clear winner in most sport.
Well,
It's like the only time where that's shady is where it's like the fight sports where it'll go to a decision and
yeah.
it becomes subjective. But almost all sports is like there's a clear
Well, you've
winner and
listed
loser.
2 sports that are very popular worldwide.
Fighting.
Yeah. UFC, boxing.
Yeah. But that's like even there's the physical exertion aspect along with a clear winner.
Surfing.
No, you're saying
That's not.
you're saying they're not physically exerting
No,
themselves.
I said that's subjective.
Yeah, but the physical exertion is the most important part.
Yes. But why
That's
does...
why chess isn't.
Sorry?
That's why chess isn't a sport.
But, okay. Why is it tied to physical exertion?
That's just sport.
Well, sport is one thing, but...
The sport, there's competition. If you want to say something different, competition's probably different. You can be competitive in a lot of things. But sport is physical activity.
I'm going to look up the definition right now. Give me 1 second away from the mic.
Look, I don't know what you're thinking you'll find there, but there's got to be some kind of physical element to sport. Sport.
It doesn't look that great
For who?
for me.
Yeah. Of course it does.
The words physical exertion do come up. It's an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. But maybe the entertainment is the caveat to that.
The entertainment is interesting that that's part of it.
That changes it a little bit.
So was that what changes from like athletics to sport? Oh, I don't know. But sports, so it has to be entertaining. Fuck, there are things that shouldn't be called sports.
I was going to say that that also changes the conversation. Is okay. What's the in the Winter Olympics? It's a relay with yourself where you've got like 12 different activities. It's like a winter
Oh,
decathlon.
yeah.
What's
Where
that thing where
they
they
got
cross-country
shooting in
skiing?
there, cross country.
It's basically you're in Alaska, like deserted, and you got to survive in a controlled environment.
It's a great physical endeavor.
Yeah, but like that's just weird. Like, what is it?
Where is the entertainment in it? I don't know. Incredible
What
athletes.
about badminton and chess?
That's just athletics, I guess. Badminton,
Chess.
chess. No, let's not. Yeah, let's not go to the chess again. But badminton, that's physical exertion. I'll give you badminton.
Okay, what about our darts or snooker or pool?
Oh, darts is hard.
That's what I'm talking about. Are these sports? I feel like they're all sports. For
Darts
example,
is a game. Darts is a game. It's not a sport. Darts is a
But
parlor
you've got
game.
games that are sports.
No.
Yeah, like cricket is a game and a sport.
Yeah. Okay, darts isn't a game of sport. Darts is just a game. Darts is just you're doing that. No. If you don't break a sweat, apart from like the lights being too hot on you, or you're not like puffing at any point, feeling any kind of physical pain, that's not a sport.
Physical pain now.
You need to be
Why
feeling
do
some
people need
kind
to
of
be in
strain.
pain for you to get entertainment?
That's just what I'm into. You need some kind of physical exertion. Darts, that's skill. It's not a sport, it's a game. Snooker's a hard one. Because I would even lean towards that's probably a game as well, more than a sport.
When I hear game, I do think of sports, but I also think of card games like poker, blackjack. I think of those games and Monopoly.
And poker's not a sport.
What about a Monopoly World Championship?
Oh my God.
Imagine that.
You would have to be the most composed person in the world to do it professionally because every Monopoly game that I've ever been a part of ends in like tears or someone getting really angry.
It's never good.
No.
It's the hard part is you're slowly getting bled dry.
Yeah.
And that is a painful process. And then you get to the point where you land on one of those blue squares and you've got to give up everything. And what you have is not enough to the point where you've got to leave the game.
That's like a very tragic representation of like how life can go bad.
It's like you're getting thinned out, you know it's going badly, and then everything gets taken away from you, and that still doesn't pay it.
I heard something, I can't remember where it was or whatever it was, but it was like Monopoly was made by some communist country to teach the world about how bad democracy is, because that's like essentially what it is. Like capitalism is or something. Not democracy, capitalism. And it's like turns into the most popular game in the world. It's like, oh, well.
I think it's a good lesson on financial management.
But the game is buy everything as quick as possible before the other person. Is that good financial management?
I don't know, but there's ways you can do it, though. I don't know. I've played it like 8 times.
Is that it?
I've probably played it more.
What's your childhood, mate? Literally every like weekend night would turn into a Monopoly game.
How? Like, they take a long time to play out.
Exactly. A lot of weekend nights were spent with Monopoly and board games when you're until like 16 years old.
Okay, so what would be the number one sport then?
Number one sport.
From a fan's perspective, what? Now I feel sport, game, activity,
regardless,
competition.
the number one is a sport, and it's football.
From a fan's perspective?
Of course.
Because I was thinking about it. I disagree.
Explain more the fans' perspective. What do you mean? Like, enjoyable to watch?
Well, you're reading into more of my question than I ever did.
Yeah.
But I think that's what I meant.
Most enjoyable to watch. I think the most people in the world enjoy watching that sport more than any other.
Okay, what about easiest to pick up?
You got a ball and feet, you can learn how to play football.
What about, I feel like boxing or UFC?
Why? Because like the primordial? I don't even know what the hell that word means, but the primal nature of like getting into a fight with someone. You reckon that?
Are you a fighter?
Yeah, dude.
I'm more of a lover.
The amount of fights I've been to?
I think so, though. Because if you see a fight, I just remember bus stops after school. When there was a fight on, everyone gets drawn in.
What bus stops were you at?
South Bank. Okay. It happens. It goes down every week.
Yeah.
Everyone gets in. When there is a fight, if there's one in the valley, like people gravitate towards a fight, and it's very easy to see what's going on. If someone is winning, if someone is losing. And it's very hard not to be a bystander when something like that's happening. So that for that, I feel that would be.
I went to a boys' school growing up, and the second you heard some fight, the whole school basically runs to wherever that fight is. And it goes off for 11 seconds while that fight goes on, and then it all stops, and everyone is so excited. Yeah, it's like
jacked.
Great, like adrenaline rush, and you're like, what the fuck? But that was great. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I don't know why. Like,
and then it's all you talk about. It's all you talk about for the rest of the day.
But easiest to pick up. I don't know if that's true, especially if you talk about UFC and boxing.
Skill-wise, or like
either to watch and like understand what you're looking at.
Okay, I see.
It's not easy to pick up.
That's true.
What is so? Back to your point. What is the easiest to pick up and understand from just watching? I don't know. Cricket, throw ball, hit ball.
That's not easy to pick up.
Easy to
there's so many lives.
Like, oh, he hit that ball good.
And then you know what the question is with cricket? So wait, is today a new day, or what happened yesterday? Who won yesterday? It's like, well, no, they're playing yesterday and today is the same game. Okay, and then the next day.
Oh yeah, those fucking 5
There's so many
tests
days, and you've got to explain. Cricket is not the easiest to pick up.
You can pile on that it's not that enjoyable to watch either. It's like, okay.
Yeah, cricket I don't think would be there.
Dude, I'm sticking with football. I think football is the most.
It's so boring. It's so slow.
Wow.
Oh,
so what is a sport that is desirable then? Because you like cricket too, which I could say.
But I'm also saying cricket is not it.
Yeah.
Which helps me with my credibility.
I don't know. Cricket is very interesting. I don't know. American football is very. Even if you don't know what you're looking at, people running hard at each other. The only problem with that though is the breaks. If you're watching it live, you need like 3 hours time to watch one game, which is only 60 minutes. Which, to be fair, these days, everyone just pull their phone out at every break, so maybe it's okay. Maybe it's a lot more digestible. People don't need patience. You can just chuck something on and not give a shit.
But you're not going to be able to pull your phone out and jump on social media.
Why is that?
Well, you deleted?
I delete Instagram and that, but...
Well, that is social media.
Exactly. And you're right. I consciously, but I'm watching American football at the moment as much. And when I did, that's exactly what I would do. I would get the phone out and the breaks. And you kind of forget the breaks are even there because you're numbing your brain scrolling through some bullshit that doesn't matter. But to have the patience to just watch a whole game, it's hard. So I don't think that's it either. And then basketball, towards the end of the game, there's fucking
good.
300 stops.
There's a few stops. I think basketball would have to be up there.
It's played all over the world. Like Europe loves it.
And it's very easy to understand. It's high energy to keep people interested.
Grab ball, throw in hole.
Yeah, just fill the hole. It's not that hard to understand. It's primal.
Yeah, pretty natural concept. But I don't know. I don't know what the most simple to pick up. I mean,
like, I agree with football. It's a very simple concept. Get the ball back of the net. But why are they passing it backwards?
oh my God. Like, what are you going to do? You got to go backwards in life sometimes to go forwards. Like,
Well, why do they keep giving the ball to the goalie when he's the person that you want to get the ball past?
what have you been watching, mate? You watched like Barcelona 12 years ago. That was their style. They just hold the ball.
I don't watch, to be honest.
Exactly. So what are you talking about? Like, I get it, but not everything can be go, go, go. You have to take a moment, compose yourself, and keep going.
But go, go, go is exciting. Go, go, go keeps the people going.
I hate go, go, go. Take a moment and reflect.
Yeah, fuck that.
Holy shit.
So wait, what are you reflecting on now that you've off social media?
Fucking everything. Life's easier. If I could delete Facebook too, I'd be so happy. I mean, Facebook's it's a pain in the ass because it's become the way that you like organize any event with anyone, even family. So it's like going off that would be so hard to just even keep in touch with the family. So that's the only thing holding me on is the love for my family is Facebook. But apart from that,
are you gonna clip this and send it to them?
That's their birthday, Christmas presents for the next month. Look what I said to you, or next year.
This is how I think of you guys.
But I think life would be so much better. I would be so much happier if none of that bullshit was even entertaining my thoughts.
What if you lost so many friends?
What
I know
friend?
you could say they're not real friends.
But I can
because of social media.
I have the what's it called? The phone number of all the people I care about.
But I know what you're saying.
I might not have your phone number, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't even have your number.
Yeah, Instagram messages, but that's fine. But go on.
But I know what you're saying about the fact that everyone that is close to you has your number. But there are still people on social media that you wouldn't call your closest friends. But every now and then you want to call on or you want to spend time with, or sometimes it just makes sense for you to meet up.
I don't have those. There's no one that I like that wouldn't, that, like I said, I couldn't contact via phone that I would ever like want to just go meet up with because I don't know why. That just doesn't entertain my thought process.
I feel like a lot of people, and I'm speaking for myself here, have a lot of people that aren't in, and also most of my friends aren't in my contact list on my phone because they're on Facebook Messenger.
But you're not having the same thought process as me where it's like,
no, I'm not.
I want to veer off that shit because I don't think that's good for me in any way, shape, or form.
That would be one of the biggest things holding me back. I don't really care about the feeds at all. That doesn't keep me on. I'm not that interested in that. And I try and limit my time there.
But that's where the mindlessness, dumb shit comes from. And I'm more tempted to do that than get on Instagram and message a mate. Like, I don't use it for that.
But
it's
more the ability
to
keep a low-level relationship going with a friend who's distant and you don't catch up with. Maybe you catch up with once a year, but a swipe up on an Instagram story and a quick 2-3 message exchange keeps you as friends.
Yeah, I don't have that though. So, I mean, I don't think I value that friendship. It's not really a friendship to me.
I understand that it's not a.
So what's the point of keeping that contact?
Because there might be a time where it makes sense, or you want to meet up with this person, or they might want to meet up with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. If they want to meet up with me, they can reach out to me for sure. But
how if they don't have your number and you don't have social media?
Well, that's unfortunate. Then that doesn't just stay lingering in the background, that semi-relationship for 35 years until that one time they want to meet up with me for something. They can find out the way to contact me or vice versa, you know? I guess I don't see as much value in that kind of relationship where it would impact my decision at all to be like, I'm just getting rid of Instagram. I'm just chucking that in the bin.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I've probably got like 100. Like I wouldn't say I have many close friends, but I've probably got like 100 people that I won't catch up with regularly at all. But you'll have a quick conversation with, and I'd refer to them as a friend.
100.
It's a lot. Like people like, and it's not like a meaningful relationship, and they won't know most of the things that go on in my life. But if I were to message them, they'd message back, and we'd have an exchange.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, I've just got a lot of them that, you don't, I don't know.
And I'm not sure that's that uncommon. I think there's a lot of people
like
that
a lot of
I
people.
feel like the Snapchat culture and all that, where you're just sending literally photos to people, like everyone in your thing, and you get a photo back. I'm sure heaps of people.
Snapchat culture is a large part of this world. You make it seem like it's foreign.
Yeah,
distant.
to me, I never experienced much Snapchat culture. I missed that boat, and I'm not too disappointed about that. But like again, I don't see the point of like sending a photo to someone to keep the streak alive. Is that still a thing you kids do? Like, is that still a thing? Like,
Oh, yeah.
we're
it's
at
still
a 300 streak. If you don't send me the message back, we're not
Yeah,
friends.
it's still a thing. I mean, it's amazing from even Spiegel's point of view. Connectivity, create a sticky user. So
Yeah.
he keeps coming back to the app.
Yeah, very impressive stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I have no desire to keep in touch with that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Okay.
I just want my fucking off the grid. I don't mind that idea.
I've tried to become more independent. DIY, doing the painting.
DIY Luke, get him over your house.
Yeah, I've inhaled inside my lungs probably a liter of paint.
Yeah, look,
It's terrible.
don't take DIY advice from Luke in
I'm
terms
not
of at
gonna-
least personal safety to start with. He might need some work because you were just spray gunning, consuming paint. How long were you doing that for?
3-4 hours.
Okay, when did you start to notice it was uncomfortable and not good?
10-15 minutes.
And how far away do you live from Bunnings to go pick up a mask?
3-4 minutes.
That is insane to me. You don't take a 3 to 4 minute break to go like,
No,
this
but
thing's
it's-
really uncomfortable. I'll just go 20-minute round trip.
It was more than uncomfortable. It was choking, but it's a 3-4 minute trip.
It's probably 20-minute round trip.
25, 30.
You don't know where in Bunnings to go get your mask? Come on.
Yeah, but you've got to lock up the house because you're leaving the house, and you've got to do something with the paint, and then you've got to get to Bunnings.
30 minutes.
Probably
30
tops.
minutes. What were you in a rush? Did you leave as soon as you finished doing the shit in your house? Did you leave and immediately go do something super productive you couldn't miss?
No.
There you go. Well, look, I'm not trying to break down your life here, but you could have made your life so much easier.
Honestly, today would have been easier.
Yeah. Maybe that's what your
And
eyes
yesterday,
is. Fucking
maybe.
maybe paint.
Actually, no, that is what it is. Because a mate said that to me yesterday. He goes, "Oh, I can see your eyes." I'm using this paint gun, and it takes the paint and it mystifies it to spray it onto the wall. But what that does is a lot of particles get into the air. So basically, you're walking around. Paint got all over my face. I basically became paint.
A little bit on your elbow still.
Yeah.
White paint, clearly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to say.
My
Don't do it
lungs
again,
said
probably.
enough.
Yeah, you're
I won't do it again.
fucking you're.
I'm not that DIY guy. I'd like to be.
Yeah. Well, what's next? What's next in Luke's DIY
Well, I'm still
journey?
gonna finish the painting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a mask.
What'd you do before that?
Nothing.
This is your first DIY. Hey?
Yeah.
You need to like build a fence or something. I don't know. You need to.
I got Jacob for that.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Have you
Jacob-
been like at least?
Jacob's just lost his leg.
You love to pick
Not
someone's. Yeah, well, of course. You love to pick someone's brain. Have you picked his brain about what he's doing on your DIY stuff so you don't need to call him back in the future?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I tune out because I can tell that it is something that I'm not interested in.
What do you mean?
I'm not interested. I'm not a
You
DIY person.
Luke,
I'm open-minded.
you should have paid someone to paint your house then. What are you doing?
I wish I did.
Yeah.
I wish I did.
It's not worth it?
It's so not worth it.
Cost-wise, how much cheaper is it?
I don't know. Because
Because they would have got it done in half the time you're taking.
Yeah, because we've only been doing it like once a week. But it's hard to know because of the varying finishes and quality. Like you see, sometimes on the side of the road, you'll be like, paint your house for $2,995. And if that was the case and they're painting the whole house, it's going to be cheaper. But you also hear of full house paintings where it's 20, 30K. So I don't know how much it would have cost.
But you would pay.
But I am entertaining the thought had I had my time again.
Yeah, I mean, for next time. But
I would definitely have paid like an Afghani to do it.
you picked
in
up
cash.
you picked up a valuable skill, Luke.
No,
Now
I
you
haven't.
know how to paint a house.
Yeah, but next time I'm not doing it.
Think of the money. Think of when you're finished and how satisfied you'll feel.
I think the accomplishment would still be the same if I paid someone.
Really?
I think so because I see a project that hasn't been done to done, and I sort of coordinated it and had no part in the day-to-day minutiae of it, and that is amazing.
Do you ever like mow the lawns and do a really good job and just stand back and look at it and be like, I'm glad I did that. That was amazing.
I'm guessing that's how you yesterday went?
That's how I felt after this weekend. But like, you never get that feeling of just doing it yourself,
No,
putting it together.
I don't give a fuck. I don't value it for shit.
You don't value it at all.
Nope.
What gives you that kind of feeling then?
Nothing.
You
That
can't.
sounds like an issue.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah.
Shit.
You should see something about that because you should feel like satisfied and even a small thing like that, like it's the stupidest thing, but you feel like accomplished. Like, fuck, I've been meaning to do that. Did it? It looks good.
I don't think anything actually.
Nothing. You never feel satisfied.
No,
Yeah,
always
this is your
hungry, 24/7.
go.
Go on.
Yeah, I need more. Yeah, nothing will ever satisfy me. Yeah, that's really cool, actually. That's the guy you want to be around. Yes.
Yeah.
You're not working as hard as me. All right, fucking relax. All right, I get you.
Well, Bezos is probably that guy.
No, I mean,
He's just spent reportedly 480 mil on a yacht, on a boat,
super yacht.
100 meters long. It's 400 feet, so that's actually I think more than 100 meters.
Yeah, look, I'm not sure about my metric to imperial conversions, but
Hey Siri, what is 400 feet to meters?
let's
It's
go
the
see.
only way to find out.
Yeah.
121.92 meters. There we go.
Went far off.
Thank you, Siri.
Fuck Siri, but
Small boat, and they were building it in Rotterdam. They're pulling apart this historic bridge across the Rotterdam River
yeah.
to get this boat out.
Like, what's so good about this bridge though?
I don't
Is
know,
it just old?
I think so.
If it's just
Old
old,
tend to mean good though. Like the fact that an old thing's still standing, people appreciate a lot.
how old? I need details to see if I really am that bothered by it. Because like, you can upgrade to newer thing that's better, which they'll probably put a better bridge in now.
Know that he's paying for the dismantling and mantling of the bridge.
Instead of putting it back together.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do I care? I'm not that bothered by that, you know. At least he's put him back after he's done.
The Koningshaven Bridge.
And like, if Rotterdam had a problem, they wouldn't have let him build the bridge there or build the boat there. You know what I mean?
It seems like a logistical issue that should have come up at the very start.
Yeah, I feel like they're like, yeah, we know you're going to do this, Jeff. Or we want you in our town. You'll
There's
bring
a lot
us
of-
money.
There's a lot of press on it, so that must be good for the bridge.
Imagine how many jobs he's got, though. He's probably created like 1,000 jobs just to build his damn bridge, his damn boat. M-Bridge.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Jeff
would've-
Bezos is...
Okay, the
Same.
bridge was built almost 100 years ago. 1927.
That's not, you know.
It's a vertical lift bridge. So,
Oh, they could have just lifted it.
yeah, it was designed to be elevated so boats can pass underneath.
Right. It
But,
doesn't lift high enough.
The boat, named Y721, is so big that the bridge's 40-meter clearance is still too low.
How tall's the boat?
Well, I'm guessing more than 40.
Well, I mean, clearly, but 100
What?
meters long and
I guess-
over 40 meters high. Jesus
I guess it's a big boat.
Christ. I mean, let's get on to the thing.
You know what they say-
Do you need a boat that big?
No, you know what they say though, big boat.
You fucking tear down the bridge. That's the new saying.
Do you need a boat that big?
Yeah, what's the point of a boat that big?
I think to sail.
Yeah, but what's the point? Why have where you're going to end up just paying a crew hundreds of thousands a year that maintain it? Like, what is the point of a boat that big?
I don't think you understand how much money this man has.
I know I know
No,
he's
I
not
don't
worried
think
about
you
the
do.
couple hundred
I
K.
don't think you do.
Is he just creating jobs? Is that
I think
again?
so.
He's just a
He
good
is
bloke.
worth 250 billion.
Yeah, that's a
So he can buy, if it is half a million, $500 million this boat, which is fucking absurd, he can buy 500 100 meter long boats.
Yeah, but why?
That's actually not that many.
Yeah, that's not the yeah.
The
the
boat
way
is
you were
that
saying
absurdly
it,
expensive.
I'm like, I mean, when you
It's
consider
actually
the
a lot of
cost,
money for him.
That's a lot.
500. So if you're worth like 15 grand, okay, it's like $10 to you.
Look.
would that
Look,
divide to
let's
be?
not worry about that.
No, I'm worried.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just don't understand why.
Okay, it's worth $30 to you. If you're worth $15,000, the equivalent is $30 to you.
Okay, that's not that bad.
I can do that.
That's
I mean,
not
you
bad.
bought 2 coffees today.
Yeah,
That's $10, and
and
do
the
that every
rest.
day.
But yeah, I don't get it. What is the point of a boat? For one guy, a boat that big. At what point do you not give a fuck
That's
about
a good point.
flexing anymore?
If he was still married, it would have made a lot more sense
Why?
because then they'd have a wife.
I
That's
got-
double the space you use on the boat.
Again, not that big a deal, hey?
I reckon Jeff Bezos fucks because he's pretty fit.
Is he though? Or is he like fit for an old guy who's got money?
Well, both.
Because I don't. Is he that fit? Is he that
No,
jacked?
he looks pretty jacked.
He looks. He's on testosterone probably. He's
I
on.
think
He's
so.
on everything.
Yeah,
you
bit
throw
of-
the book at him.
Bit of
That's-
HGH, yeah.
I mean, the boat. I don't get the idea of the super yachts, and of course I don't get the idea of it because I'm not a billionaire who has money to just throw
How
at
do
a
you not
super
get the
yacht.
idea of it?
I don't get what's so good about it.
I would say that's pretty jacked. Bit of test in there.
I mean, it's okay.
Not bad for.
Like, better than me, it's sure, but
Okay, anyway.
again,
So you don't think. So what sort of size boat should he go for? Something more in his price range?
something more modest.
More modest.
I just don't get the point. Why spend $500 million on that? Unless it is just it is like to satisfy some political promise he made to create jobs for someone.
Maybe he just wants a boat.
For what?
Maybe he might like fishing for all we know.
Fishing off a yacht. He's got another boat that goes off that boat.
I've got a couple of shower thoughts for you.
Yeah, give me them because I'm angry. I'm angry at this stupid boat.
A lot of cords attached to this laptop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems necessary.
Once
Didn't
a
you
minute
put it on
ago.
your phone so you didn't have to grab the laptop?
Exactly.
So
But
why'd you grab the laptop though? You know what I mean? That's all right.
That's where it gets confusing.
Don't worry about it. Didn't think too much about it.
You can tell how bad inflation has been over the years by how much money people steal in heist movies of their times.
Mm.
Get you
What?
thinking?
Well, back in the day, weren't they selling gold bars and shit?
Yes. So now it's more crypto.
I
How
mean,
many Ethereum did they take?
like, how are you stealing crypto? Like,
How did they take their
fuck.
seed phrase?
yeah. I mean, it's an interesting thought.
Okay. All right, we'll go to the next thought. The person standing in front of you is technically the person standing the furthest behind you. I like that.
Oh, I mean,
That's pretty
so
cool. That's a bit of a bender.
I mean, I
Think about it.
understand where they're coming from.
Do you want me to explain it?
Yeah, yeah. Can you please? Not for me, for the listeners at home.
Yes. So the person, I can't even explain it because
Because it's so
you
fucking
need to do a
obvious.
drawing.
It's beautiful. It's yeah.
you do a
it's
whole lap around the world.
the earth and things. Yeah, nice. Come on, give me a good one.
I can give you a bad one because this is a bad one. If you
Oh,
stare at the sun long enough, you get a dog.
what?
Is that implanting the idea so that when you stare at the sun long enough, you are forced to see a dog because you're expecting to see a dog?
That one doesn't even make sense.
I think that's it. I think that's all there is.
That's the stupidest thing
Yeah,
ever.
fuck you, Reddit.
Anyway, you're making me angry slowly, but
No, this is a good one.
good. Can't wait.
Women wear heels even though men are desired to be tall. Men clothes are better at hiding fat, even though women are desired to be slim. That's a two-parter. Women wear heels even though men are desired to be tall. That makes no sense, actually, when you think about it. Because a woman never wants a man who's shorter than them, but they'll wear something that boosts their height. Can you see the contradiction there?
Well, maybe they want the man who's disproportionately taller than them to the point where like even heels they'll look short.
So that you need to be at least
Yeah,
the
you need
margin
to be
of
a
the
lot.
heels
Yeah.
taller.
So then they're not even making that mistake where they could be close.
There's no judgment.
There's no
out.
touch and go. It's like it's pretty clear.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's what I read into that.
Unless they're just wearing flats.
I mean,
And then you got to have very good judgment.
yeah, they're just real confident in their ability to judge height.
And men's clothes are better at hiding fat, even though women are desired to be slim. Men are desired to be slim too.
More so than not slim. Like, it's obviously a more desirable, physique.
I mean, dad bods are liked as well.
Are they? Is that real?
Maybe
I think that might be like accepted,
Do you
but
reckon
not
that's just
liked.
insecure women?
Yeah, it's like we accept it, but like
It could
would
just be
rather you
insecure
had
men.
a six pack.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure no one's complaining about a six pack out there.
Yeah, that's a good point. All those people that probably voted for a dad bod would still probably take a six pack.
Well, just like they're nice people. Just one of those people to feel good that they had a dad bod.
That's a good
Because
point.
I rock the dad bod, but I know it's not the most desirable bod. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's quite obvious.
So
The
is the
way they
mustache.
look at me.
So is the mustache.
Well, I don't
but
agree
you
with
don't
that.
know anything about that.
Sorry, there's the mic blocking it. I don't agree with that at all. I think the mustache is on its way back.
What do you think about women wearing clothes that would make it more obvious if they're not slim? Even though they're desired to be slim.
I mean, I don't know. Is that the next level of not giving a fuck then? If they're just wearing the thing
That'd be
that...
pretty badass.
It's
Boss move.
I mean, it's got to be. You've got to have that, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like what I would do sometimes, which is probably psychotic, but when I'm feeling like I'm too big, I'm a bit too overweight, I'll wear like tighter clothes so it's more obvious, so I feel even worse about myself. And it makes me change.
How? Like change clothes?
Yeah, no, it
Because
makes me like
something that
I
fits
have
better?
to do something because this is so uncomfortable. I hate this feeling.
So what do you do?
Exactly.
No, what I'm asking, what do you do?
So when I start wearing the clothes, it's like a tight fit. This is quite loose.
Yeah,
so
but what
I'm
do you
okay.
do? Like, what do you do when your clothes aren't fitting too good and it's a little bit extra?
Bring back the keto diet, bro. Should just start exercising, but bring back the keto diet. Get on that carnivore life. You know?
Another shower thought? I got nothing to say.
You got
Answer
nothing to
that.
say? I'm giving you like layups to roast me here, but go on.
A boomerang is a frisbee for lonely people. This is
That's a good.
this is for you. This
What
is because you're going to be lonely. You want no friends.
No, that's not true. I like friends.
You basically
I like
eliminate
people.
anyone that's tried to be your friends on social media and cut them out.
Well,
No, you have.
No.
Yes. How not?
No one on social media is trying to be my friend that I'm not already like friends with or talking to.
How do you know?
And if I have good friends,
How do you know?
because I don't care if they are and they disappear into the ethos when I get rid
I
of
know
them.
what you're going to say next. And if I have good friends, they'll contact me anyway. Well, how are you a good friend for forcing them to contact you?
Well, no, that's
I
not
hate that argument about deleting social media. Well, all your good friends will still be there.
That's not what I was going to say. First of all,
Okay, I may have put words in your
yeah,
mouth.
you put words heavily in my mouth. My point is like good friends you don't need to contact all the time. Depending on the situation you're in, you talk to them a few times a year, and it's okay depending on where you're at in your life and stuff. And this whole thing where you've got to hold on to every social media friend because they could potentially benefit you in the future somehow. I don't know. I just don't have the need to have 100 friends, 100 people I can call on. I'm happy with the smaller circle of people I can call on. Like,
That doesn't really make any sense.
why?
Well, in essence of
Why?
what you said is I'd rather have less people to call on than a lot of people to call on.
Yeah, I'd rather have less people that I know are reliable people that I would if I needed to. Not that I think.
But you can have both. That's like, I understand what you're saying, and you'd rather have meaningful relationships, but it's not one or the other.
Okay, okay. I couldn't be bothered messaging 100 slight friends every now and then. Like, I don't see the point
But
in
it's
it.
the odd Instagram story. This is what I'm saying.
Oh, it's
not
so
hard.
dumb. But it's like
But
a
it's
waste
not-
of my
it's not-
life then.
No, because
going
it's
to
something that you're
Instagram.
interested in.
It's not
like-
though. This is
No,
the thing. I'm not.
Okay. for you.
Exactly. I'm not interested. What are you talking about?
But if someone's doing something cool and you're interested,
What's cool? Like, what do you mean?
There's so many things. It could be where someone's going, what someone's doing. Maybe you want to do that thing. You want to know what it's like.
Yeah, but if I want to know what it's like and I know what they're doing, I should go do it.
You can also ask them.
If I'm really invested and interested in something, sure, I might seek that kind of person out. But no, I'm not going to see someone.
That's why I feel like a boomerang is perfect for you.
Well, boomerangs are cool. I had a boomerang. I bought one when I was
It makes sense.
what's it called? I bought it from one of those souvenir shops
Okay, you probably
when
paid
I was
a lot
like
more money than
13
you
because I
needed
really
to.
liked it. Yeah.
You overpay for it
I don't know. It's probably like $10. I can't imagine I overpaid for it at 13. You know what I mean?
because you wouldn't have had money. Your mum would have paid.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had that much money in my pocket. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough.
Can't believe you call me lonely. Wow.
You want to be lonely.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, I want a few friends, but I don't need the whole world around me. Yeah, okay. Go on.
If we are killing the spiders we find, then by natural selection, we are breeding the ones that know how to hide. That's deep.
Yeah,
That plays in a lot of people's phobias.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's a lot of people scared of spiders. Like, they wouldn't be able to live in my house because the other night, it was late. I didn't want to kill the spider on the wall, make a big ruckus, whatever. I left it. It goes in the cupboard of the room I sleep in. I don't see it for the rest of the night. I sleep fine. A lot of people's reality, that spider that's hiding, that is a terrifying prospect of what is going to happen. These are the ones that are bred to survive.
Yeah. You're allowing the dumb ones to survive.
The dumb ones?
Yeah.
Why the dumb ones?
So that they're not naturally selected.
But by us not killing them, they're naturally
dumb.
They're naturally the best at surviving in their environment.
No, other way around.
Because they're hiding.
Other way around. So the ones that get killed are the shitty ones
are the dumb
surviving.
Ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So I said you're allowing the dumb ones to survive because you didn't kill.
Oh, true. Yeah, fuck. I might have stuffed up there, but yeah. I mean, we need some dumb ones around to breed with the smart ones, and then we can kill them all.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. That's terrifying for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. The spider. I don't know. I feel like a younger me would not have been able to sleep in that room again for a couple of days. Probably. I feel like I was more, but as you get older, you're just like, oh, what's it going to do? What's it going to do? That spider going to go in my mouth? What a dumb move for survival. It's already smart enough to go in the cupboard and hide from me. It's not going to crawl into my mouth. What's going to happen?
It could crawl into your mouth. It could go through your nostrils. It could sting you. There's a lot
it was quite a big spider. It's not going through the nostrils. I mean, I got a big nose, but Jesus, it's not going through those nostrils.
Still might.
Fucking that big.
You're right.
It's still there, probably. I had to look in the cupboard the other day. I'm like, is there a dead one in here? Something that?
Jess must be okay with it.
She doesn't know. Yeah, she knew I didn't kill it. She's okay. Look, it's
okay. Yeah, Mum's going on this mission at the moment, and it's a mission to eradicate this family of geckos that must live in Christabel's, my sister's room.
Yeah, geckos inside in the room. Oh,
yeah, but I don't really give a shit. Christabel doesn't care. There's nothing in this.
I was like, yeah, for a gecko.
But she said every day she's got a new gecko, and she goes, she knows there's the kids because they're small.
Yeah,
and she keeps updating me, and I'm not asking. Mum will just do this where she feeds you the information that you don't actually want to know or are interested in.
Yeah.
And she may even listen to this, so I'm sorry, Mum.
Yeah.
But I'm getting these updates of this gecko and this family that is slowly getting demolished. And got this one. I've got 3. There can't be many left in the family. I haven't seen the mum or the dad yet, and because you'll know by the size. And then she found one gecko that was between windows that fold and they stack. So she goes, "This is the smart one, the one that can't get away." And that's the one that's prime for natural selection and will continue to breed forever.
Wow. So she sorted out the gecko problem.
She doesn't feel like she has.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's a pain in the ass because you would think, once you get 3 of them, 4 of them, you're probably set. But geckos, are people scared of geckos? Is that a phobia?
Someone would be. Someone's a bitch.
What's a gecko got to do? Literally maybe crawl in your mouth.
They make those little noises.
Do they, or are they cricket? The geckos make noises?
I thought geckos make a noise too. Crickets definitely do.
I haven't got a lot of experience with geckos. I don't want to be rude about it.
There's another one. This one, I wish I looked at the thread below it on Reddit. Because I imagine there would have been a bit of a thread. Gender is a scam made up by washroom companies to sell more washrooms.
Wow.
Plausible argument. Corporate corruption getting in there.
I mean, are we talking about washroom signs? Or just washrooms?
Or it could be both. You need to sell 2 basins if there's a male and female toilet. Only one if there's just a toilet.
It's interesting. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Because, there are companies that just build washrooms. Is that a thing? Am I so naive to the developmental word?
plumbers are better off. There's a lot of
Why
pick and
plumbers-
shovel industries that benefit of doing 2 bathrooms.
I mean, I get you. Maybe you just need 2 bathrooms with 2 different people. You know what I mean?
Also, what do bathrooms not have baths? Most of them not have baths.
That's an interesting point.
Are they
Maybe
just rooms?
the people used to bath themselves in the sink. Maybe baths are a new concept.
Maybe it actually refers to the sink.
I think fucking the other way around, wouldn't you? Because you think the baths were probably before the sinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't be wasting that much water in a small thing like that back in the day. When water was more
Why is
valuable.
that?
I don't know. People are weird.
Well,
with,
what should a bathroom be called? Because it's not a bathroom because there's no bath.
Well, don't some people call it a washroom?
Washroom.
Yeah. Or lavatory.
But is it a
Toilet.
washroom if it's just a toilet? Because
No,
that's not where you shower either.
that's the toilet.
A washroom.
Where you go to pee, toilet,
Yes.
right? Washroom, where you go to wash your hands. Bathroom is one with a
Or
bath.
is the
in it.
washroom a shower? Because that's where you wash.
Nah, washes your hands. Washroom's your hands 100% exclusively. I think we get confused by just calling everything a bathroom. I think that's on us. We've become lazy. We don't want to define everything by what it actually is.
That's interesting.
That's my shower thought.
Good thought. Good thought.
We've got more access to information, but we're as dumb as ever.
Maybe you're not as smart as you could be.
What the hell? What are you talking about?
Well, speak for yourself is what I'm saying.
I'm speaking for everyone as a whole. I feel like I'm way more prone to be addicted to things than I might have been, not given the easy access to dopamine.
Okay. But you're still in control.
It's fucking true. All right.
Shit.
Okay, don't let me take the out.
Shit.
Don't let me take the out. Yeah, good. I respect that. Keep me humble.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for listening to the episode. Next week, we've got Matt Reed on the show, tennis player.
Good bloke.
Good bloke.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Ciao.